Welcome to the podcast of the century. The universe is listening right now to StreamCast Tuesday. Hot, making it hot, making it drop. We got the topics, we got the tropics, and that's that good sense of smell and a good sense of information for you guys today. How are we doing today? We're going to be talking about the greatest, the godliest, the goods of the world today. Welcome.
First off, touchy subject. A lot of people knew him, a lot of people didn't know of him, but they're now aware of him. The death of Reckful. It came as a surprise. Last I knew, he had just streamed. He had tweeted 2 hours prior, and then it came that it was determined that he committed suicide. From my understanding, I know he's been dealing with depression for a very long time. I heard that he proposed to his ex over social media, got utterly flamed for it, and probably took it too hard. Not sure if that's what pushed him over the edge or if it was just a contemplation for a long time. Twin, what do you think about it?
I mean, shitty, horrible.
Yeah.
Dude was not even 30, I don't think, or just turned 30.
Yeah, I believe he was 31.
Yeah. 2020, you know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
Chalk it up.
Pretty much, it's just struggles. There's already a struggle going on, and then possibly, I don't know, like that tweet that he gave to his ex seemed manic, in my opinion. It didn't seem like he was completely there when he did it.
Yeah, I actually haven't even seen the tweet on that. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, because it may have just been one of those impulsive. Again, who knows? With all that, like you said, with all this going on, it could be the confinement. Just people left with their own thoughts for too long, and as you can see, it's a result of it. Especially whenever you've got people on the internet that. Being an icon comes with its gives and takes, and that's definitely one of the takes that we see is the harassment that can come from it. And of course, you've got plenty of people that could be like, oh, well, deal with it, blah, 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 it's just internet trolls. But again, I could see something like that getting to people after so many years of putting up with it. Especially, it's like, okay, I can only take so much, and some days are better than others. I mean, sometimes you wake up and it's just not that day to be able to have it. And I one of those things I don't think that we'll quite ever fully understand. Beyond the fact of, I think it, in my own perspective, I think it was just depression and maybe just an impulse move. I'm still unaware of actually how he had committed suicide now that it's confirmed suicide.
I don't think I think his roommate was the one that announced it, and I don't think he really gave any info.
Right, that's the last I had heard of it too. He was the roommate did confirm it whenever everybody was in disbelief, obviously. Because the internet comes out, says Reckful committed suicide, of course everybody takes it with a grain of salt, and then the confirmation came through, and that's whenever it really hit everybody home. I mean, you had a lot of streamers that were affected by it, because again, like we said, he's been around for so long, he's affected a lot of people, he's been involved in so many of the communities that we've seen formed and actually go on and flourish, that... No, it was definitely, that was one of those tragic moments indeed.
And it came kind of like, you kind of forgot about him. You're kind of like, Reckful is doing Reckful things, and all of a sudden... you hear, you see like a thread pop up. You're like, oh, what's up with him? And then it's like, oh, like no sign. Like it didn't seem like
Right.
there was no real. Like the only thing I could have thought of was like that kind of like manic tweet of like going for his ex. It's like it didn't really seem like there was like, of course, internet. You never really can get a full picture of what someone's going through from the internet. So
Yeah, it is hard to gauge that, but it just seemed like, I mean, even if it was a depressing thing that seemed very down, honestly, a lot of people would have just been like, "Oh, Reckful, being Reckful." I mean, having a bad
Yeah.
day, or it's really. I don't think there were really any signs that pointed to it. There was. I did watch his last stream, but people were pointing to signs of that, of how he pretty much was just kind of down, and you can tell he's just really in his head, and he's telling people like, man, y'all really just start meeting new people, put yourselves out there, and just kind of giving life advice type thing. And then it was like, all right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day. And then that was the last one we heard.
There's also apparently a clip, like the stream before he died, there was a clip, and someone said like people were telling him to kill himself and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, the clip ended with him saying, okay, maybe I should. Like, that's how the clip ended. And I saw that, like, on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the internet, yeah.
Yeah, internet community could be fucking horrible.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They're
definitely a bunch of trolls for the most part. I mean, at the end of the day, though, there's, I didn't really know of Reckful that much, but, at the end of the day, there's definitely a deeper mental illness line there, because you don't just, I mean, words are words for sure, and they hurt, but not everybody just kills themselves. So, I mean, I deal with depression myself, so it's, you gotta be in a really, really dark place to do that. And, I mean, it's confirmed, it says that he, that he killed himself, but there's also no, it doesn't really say cause.
right, yeah.
Or what happened, but, I mean, it just, it just sucks. And
but I agree with you. It's not oh, all of a sudden some troll pushed me to do it. That's why I was like, yeah, it's a long time contemplation thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just about to say, well, it's probably the same thing of it's been like that for a while. I mean, he's been open about, I remember whenever he had released a YouTube video of the first time I've been happy in 15 years. And it was like, I mean, he's always been that type of person that didn't really hide, hey, I'm fucked up. Like, I got shit going on. A lot of y'all may deal with it the way you do, but unfortunately. And I think, I want to say Jenna, the girl he was with for a while, and probably the one I assume he proposed to, I think she just really fucked him up, honestly. And then just oddly one of those things that, yeah, they never recovered from. And again, and being antagonized about that, because for a while in his streams, she was a big role in it too, where people would talk about her and make references, blah, blah, blah. And so, who knows, really? Again, one of those things that you can only assess the situation from what we know. And
yeah, because go ahead. When it comes to Jenna, long story there. High school sweetheart, long time, and they kind of were like before it became cool, quote unquote cool, to like post your breakups on the internet. They were kind of like one of the first people to actually openly, kind of like literally go through a breakup on stream, on like actual like a live stream of them breaking up. So
because people were watched and they liked them and they were almost invested in them, just like people are invested in TV shows and stuff like that. So
well, that's when you become, that kind of at that level or stature within, the public eye, you're constantly watched. So I mean, it should be expected that your life's under a microscope, especially even if he's not fucking Johnny Depp, but at the end of I mean, he was up there in the streaming world, which is a lot of people. So you got people watching, and
oh yeah,
I mean, it's just it's tough. I mean,
yeah, definitely a tragedy to the esports community, but it just really opens the eyes to he's one of the cases that hit much more people, but he's definitely not the only case.
No, not at all. And one thing I was going to say is, I mean, also, I don't know, what was going on in his personal life or what he did when he wasn't streaming, but when you're sitting inside for X amount of hours every day of the week, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not that good for you. If he's not getting sun, there's a lot of things that, could have contributed to triggering it, or maybe not helping, and especially
Oh,
we've all
absolutely.
been there with girls, so
Yeah.
can break you.
Yeah. And again, like I said, people handle it differently. I mean, there's some people that can take shit in stride, I mean, and be able to just pick themselves up by the bootstraps, continue on, say, fuck it, this is what needs to be done. Where I'll admit I'm kind of one of those people that can dwell in my thoughts, let it get the best of me, even though I'm telling myself this is what needs to be done. But it's almost like a sense of how I feel versus how I think I should feel. And it's you can have people have the struggles within. They struggle with their own demons. It's one of those things nobody could ever fully grasp. Even two people both having depression, you can still be able to relate, but not still fully understand.
100%.
So, any idea, any news on Dr. Disrespect? What are we still just all left in the dark on that? I mean,
we got some conspiracy theories, boys.
Oh yeah, I've heard a couple of them, but a lot of them would result in me going, "Why isn't he in prison right now? Or why isn't he in jail? Why isn't he arrested?" I mean, I heard charity fraud. I heard, underage minor, this, that, and I'm going, well. Now, granted, I guess an underage thing could technically she come out and not press allegations, but come out and say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that could be a possibility. Any other conspiracies that have popped up among,
Hi, yo, what's up, gamer, obsessive? I have one thing that I heard about Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, what's that?
On Giphy, like where they create GIFs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yo, they took down, I heard, like almost all of his GIFs that people made, and anything that's him. But they keep, like, if people make like a cosplay or something of him, they keep that up. But if it's Dr. Disrespect himself, they delete it. So somebody might be going through on Giphy, deleting them all personally, whatever. Because I don't think they would have an AI or something being deleted by. Like, if it was Dr. Disrespect, I don't think they'd be having that. That requires like a human interaction. They might have technology that goes up that high. I'm not 100% certain about it. But I heard a lot about
to
that.
extend that much of anything that anybody posts up is automatically taken down, it could be a program. I mean, you could easily write an AI script, I believe, that could just do like a facial recognition for it.
I mean, who knows? But like, if not, Giphy knows something that the public don't know about.
Well, Giphy is owned by Facebook, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the theories is Facebook, who bought Mixer, was trying to get a deal with Dr. Disrespect, and people were saying he was going to other streamers trying to poach him into coming to what, well, I don't know, like what Facebook was doing, but Twitch has been known when what's his nuts Ninja, when he moved over. Remember how they took his Twitch page and they turned it like into some crazy, I forgot what they banned his Twitch or something.
No, what they did in Ninja was they made it where like he's like he left the castle, he's somewhere else, but they didn't do anything like that for Shroud.
Yeah,
he's like in a different castle.
Now, could Twitter be, or not Twitter, Twitch be petty? We do hear a lot of hearsay about Twitch just being horribly operated and ran. So do they pay, idea of them paying to erase Dr. Disrespect because they have like a vendetta against him now because he was trying to poach streamers?
Well, and now they don't have any competition now that they can have Shroud and Ninja back, so who cares if we ban Dr. Disrespect and we're gonna, you know what, prove a point by we'll ban big streamers too. Watch us. I mean, they look at how many times they've tried to make an example out of him before. It's almost kind of like they've had his number for a while now, and
they'll ban big streamers, but they won't ban like female streamers because that brings in more viewers.
Yeah,
I mean he brought him money. He definitely brought Twitch money. So
I feel like the only people that were big on Twitch was literally him and also what's his name, Tim the Tap Man. They were like one of the biggest streamers. Everybody else was like on Mixer. Unless what's his name? What is that other streamer name?
I watch
Summit.
Moon.
Summit was there. Isn't Summit still on Twitch, right?
Yeah, Summit stayed.
Yeah. Got a fat deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the most plausible theory is that they're starting either another streaming service or going to another streaming service, and Twitch caught wind that he was trying to poach people to go there, and for whatever reason banned him because of that. It's the only thing that makes sense in my head. I mean, if it was something like, if it had to do with, like a sexual thing or girls like that, nobody, especially right now, obviously nobody's keeping silent on stuff like that. So that would be all over the place. I don't think it's that. And then, I mean, I don't know. It's like, and then even so, it's like with that, people automatically assumed Alinity had something to do with it.
She did make some pretty wild accusations.
Isn't she wild just in general?
I mean,
she likes
but
to throw cats, I think.
I didn't see anything about her making accusations, though.
Wasn't she the one that was like saying that she had like info but she couldn't talk about it, and she because I remember like maybe I'm like blaming her for something she didn't do. But,
I mean, we got pretty used to that, to be straight up.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I would have put it against her.
Not that I know of, but yeah, I don't know. I think that
fix my camera real quick.
Whatever happened, yeah, she people just started trolling her hard, and then she like said she was gonna kill herself. And
oh no, that was because of the cat thing. That was for another reason, I think. Because of the ban. It did involve Dr. Disrespect, but it was because of since Twitch didn't ban her for the cat abuse, and they kept bringing that statement up.
Now, can I ask, is Ninja streaming on Twitch now that he can?
I don't think so. I don't think Shroud and Ninja have streamed in.
Okay, so that adds weight to the possibility because of the streaming platform that they were wanting to create, right? So think about it this way: it was going to be Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, and Ninja wanted to start a streaming platform. Where I'm going, okay, they'll ban Dr. Disrespect, but they'll allow Shroud and Ninja back. But because I know there's this huge weird thing on Shroud's missing almost. He's like just hasn't even posted anything on Twitter, hasn't streamed anything, no YouTube. So
they've been pretty silent, which is why I think that they're definitely doing something, and I don't think they're going to Twitch, which. I mean, those two hold such clout that they wouldn't. Wherever they go, they're gonna fucking blow it up. It's kind of like with Rogan going to, Spotify. It doesn't. He could go anywhere, and it would just blow that platform up. So.
Well, I mean, personally, I'd like something besides Facebook and Amazon that have the streaming platforms. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's something, I think they're Brime, they're calling it.
I did see that get released the day that.
Yeah, I'm on their Discord server.
Have you
seen? Are you guys in there?
No.
They show like some certain things, certain design work and stuff like that. And there's a few people in also chat.
I've heard about it. It's not even really confirmed yet. It's kind of just a.
Yeah, they have well over 1,000 people on their Discord server.
But is it?
Oh wait, almost 3,000 people in there.
Yeah, I just don't even because if you Google it, you can't even find anything about Brime. So I don't even know if somebody just made that Discord, for.
That's Amazon.
But
that Amazon money.
I'm not 100% sure, but like all I know is there's a lot of people in this Discord server. There's people in Brime chat usually every single day, and it's hard to join because they have 7, and then they got like one that has 30 people, and it's pretty hard to join depending on what day it is as well, what time of the day it is. Like right now, I can't join any of the calls if I want to.
No, I know. It's just my thing is you can't even find anything if you Google Brime and Brime streaming or whatever. So it's like somebody could have just made that. You know, I don't know. I'm not a part of it, so I'm not shooting down what you're saying at all. But
Yeah,
it's
Have
just that's so up in the air still. But it wouldn't surprise me if they even started their own. Which I mean, it's risky considering Mixer failed, but I don't really know the ins and outs.
Well,
of that, so.
I think, like you said, they carry enough themselves with their popularity and clout that they could, whatever they started would take off. And I think if they're smart, they had that in their back pocket. Now, that did not translate to Mixer whatsoever. But
I don't think
Mixer actually did, to me, have a better platform for streamers than Twitch did.
Don't go falling off no buildings.
Oh,
okay.
that's
I mean,
too
like,
early for
actually coming up next.
I got a parachute. Don't worry, I'm straight. I'm alright.
Hey,
Don't
am
worry
I
about
wrong
it.
to say that above a certain floor in a skyscraper there should be fucking X amount of parachutes? Just for what? I mean, because why not, dude? If I'm stuck up there
I would agree.
and I've got no other reason, I'm fucking jumping with a parachute, dude. Just give me the pull here button and all right, golden, baby.
We can end up having people flying into other buildings. They're just gonna jump out.
Hey, man, well, you know,
to another building.
I don't know.
Alright, pull here,
Where we
pull here,
dropping,
and then just
boys?
go ahead and
I guess I'm thinking burn alive or jump with this parachute. And I'm going, I'll slam into that fucking building at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yo, I feel like if I jump, bro, I'm gonna be like, all right, I gotta go find a weapon now. I gotta go find a weapon. Shit, where's my fuck is my teammate? Where my teammate at? Though?
You don't feel like you're in like some real life battle royale.
You start
Simulation.
tagging cops.
Just see the cops be like, yo, are we in GTA now?
What would
the hell?
what would the laws for that be though? Would there be parachute laws? Like how fast can you fall? What size parachute do you have to have? Like
I mean,
how
I
big
would
the
say
dimensions?
more.
Well,
I
good
would say
thing
more the
gravity.
size and the height would matter the most.
Well, whenever you
The
deal with
gravity.
tall buildings, like you said, gravity comes into effect because mass pulls you in, so you'd actually have to jump out far. You can't just pencil dive and pull a parachute, or else you'll be slung back into a fucking building.
True.
Yeah, to like
But as far as how high you can jump, you can actually, I mean, again, we're talking it's either dead or I jump with the parachute. So, but people base jump, and I'm not sure what it is. I want to say, I mean, I've seen crazy shit of, I want to go, what,
Fifth floor,
100?
maybe fifth floor.
No, there ain't no way. That's 50 feet.
no, it's gonna be at least 50
Your
feet up
parachute's
to
going to
at
be
least
like
50.
3/4 way open, and you're hitting the ground, probably.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you could die at 5 feet. So that's like I guess not a parachute, but like something that can like I don't know slow your fall, like an umbrella. Wait, Mary
Oh,
Poppins.
a raft.
Bro, go Mary Poppins style, bro. Shit, I'll do that.
Some
With no
Indiana
doubt.
Jones shit.
Oh, that would be dope. Not gonna lie.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
We're not sinking, we're falling.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, so talking about falling off buildings and stuff, that
Whoa,
moves
whoa,
us
I would
on
not talk
actually
about
to
that.
our next topic. Toyn,
boy.
lead us into what has just been brought on us today.
So,
I mean, brought off us.
as
Ooh.
a MSI fan, this one
Ooh, MSI.
struck hard. So the CEO of MSI reportedly fell to his death this morning
Oh,
in Taiwan.
oh my.
boy.
This is off the back of now. I'm gonna like disclaimer. So all we know for sure is there's no one that was able to see the fall. The guards heard it, and they only were able to see the body. That's all we know right now.
God damn. You think
Conspiracy time.
suicide?
Well, that's the
Suicide?
thing.
Put your tinfoil hats on.
Like going off of like how we literally were just talking about Reckful, how it kind of didn't seem to. It kind of seemed like immediate. Like it didn't really have any like kind of outliers or reasons for it. MSI, this CEO
What?
is
sorry.
partly, CEO of an extremely successful fucking brand. Like, of course, we gotta, do it. Suicide, horrible mental thoughts and stuff like that can happen. But this is off the back of very vocal anti-CCP legislation, where China was actually asking many firms and many hardware manufacturers to actually build some type of backdoor to allow them to actually be able to access people's private information.
Oh
Now,
shit!
That's where I like, because like I'm the loser that watches MSI board meetings, and when they do like events and stuff like that. Like, he would have had to have like real bad mental demons. You know what I mean? And like, the building he fell from was not a building that had really access to jumping. He would have to like open the window, take the screen out, and like jump, or go to the top floor and then jump out. Plus, we're getting a little gruesome here. There is video and photo evidence of where he landed, and it looked like he pretty much like pencil dropped down the building. Like, he would just kind of, and like, that could totally happen. You know what I mean? No one knows how to jump off a freaking building. You know what I mean?
Yo, I
So-
kind of want to see
Right,
that footage.
but-
I'm not gonna
but
lie. I
so-
kinda wanna see it, send that
So
bitch
you're
over.
telling me that he had to go out of a window that he could have just jumped out of to begin with, to then take a screen out, to walk along a ledge, to go to yada yada, however, wherever, all the way up to the roof to then jump?
Well, so calm down, kitty. So, sorry, my cat's looking meowing like crazy right now. So the building is one of those more like new age, like flat, like it's completely flat.
Right,
in, like, a
right.
box.
Like how flat?
So, like flat. Like
Like-
the top of the roof is a box. It's like a box. So I'm gonna
Right, not like Oriental buildings with ledges and stuff like that, or
Yeah,
the old
it's-
colonial
Send
style.
me that video. Send me that video.
Yeah, I'm trying to freaking find it as we speak.
I'm kind of a
'cause-
messed up person.
Well, you don't see, like, there's no video of him actually falling. It's like you see that video of where, like,
Where
he
he
landed.
landed?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So you see them
Get
when
a
they're
peek.
blocking it off, and it's like, I mean, I like it. Of course, it's always like a sticky matter, but like when you jump, you have like an arch, and this guy more kind of like fell down. So, and even with a fall, like there's momentum. This like where they were showing the write off, it really seemed weird. Now, of course, I'm a conspiracy fan. I'm a man that likes things, especially when it's like something like this. You're literally looking at extremely successful, happy. Nothing really was out there about this man being,
And the fun part is just digging it all up and trying to find out like what is the reason behind it all.
Yeah,
That's what's
and
fun about trying to find out the conspiracy of everything.
yeah. So it's like, I'm not saying like if it's a suicide, extremely sad to hear. Condolences, period. You know what I mean? A life lost. It's not fun. But this is like, again, it's off the back end of the CCP doing some crazy. There's aggression with India and the CC and China. There's a lot of just stuff building up, and if we're talking about crony style, we can do anything, so you should listen to us. What's a better way of getting a point across than taking out a CEO?
Bacalao.
Oh, ownage
Yeah.
pranks.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, so woo, ownage pranks, baby. So this man is, well, he recently did a face reveal. He recently gave out who his identity, I guess you would say. He doxed himself, quote unquote. He people probably don't know him nowadays as much because his prime time was around 2006 to 2012. But he was a prankster, like the phone call pranks. You go on Skype and you'd pretty much be traceless. And you know, it was fun. It was like kids being kids. And then around 2008, he made a forum called Ownage Pranks Forums, where myself and just a bunch of people who was on the Ventrilo listening to his pranks joined. And quickly, actually, fairly quickly, it turned into
Fiesta.
borderline cult.
Yeah.
We, on multiple occasions, actually would edit his videos, do his pretty much do everything for him. He would do the pranks and we would do all the editing with the idea of being paid by the revenue that the video makes. So far, we couldn't find a single person to actually get a payment from him. There are probably hours of pranks that he did that friends of mine that I still am in contact with, he still is talking to him or trying to talk to him, be like, hey, I kind of want my money, especially since a couple of his videos were in the 100,000s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he was pumping like some real ad revenue and real just viewership. And it's like, and that's not even the worst part, but that's still kind of like you're literally taking kids because we were kids.
Did you guys even
I
get
mean,
paid?
his videos
No.
have
So this day
been
you guys
in
get
the
paid?
millions. It hasn't even been in the thousands. Popular videos have hit like 4 million views.
Yeah, it's
Pretty big.
because we were naive, of course. You know what I mean? We were in high school. Some of us were in middle school.
The idea of it was
We're adults now. We started having to like worry about our own issues, and then it just kind of dwelled away until the pandemic, and we did a get together, and boy, do we got some tea on this man named Ownage Pranks.
Share the tea. Oh my god.
Yo,
So for-
I like tea.
So let's get his real name.
Would you happen to know the names of the videos?
Yes. Well, I don't even have to give you names. I'll give you between, if you look at the years 2008 to 2011, all those videos are edited by one of us.
Have you guys gotten
You
paid yet? Or
already
no?
get rid
No
of-
payments.
No
No payments. Like he
None.
pretty much like when I
I
joined.
just took off that
So
man's head.
when I graduated and I joined the military, before I left, he actually threatened to dox me if I did anything.
Huh.
Like he just kind of like he gave me my info,
acknowledging
and,
that how
yeah.
fucked up it was and everything by doing that.
no, he has like he's blocked us pretty much. He knows he fucked up because the juiciest part is we have multiple people he quote unquote groomed to bring to him. So we've had multiple women pretty much get flown to his place, including a 12. Okay, she didn't get flown, but at the time, a 12-year-old woman was incensed being groomed up to be his next plaything because she was close to where he lived.
Ew.
He
Yeah,
also
that's-
flew to Canada. Now that was more consensual. So I can't be too hard on that one. But still, he was like, if we're talking, you know how today's like Me Too, people using their power and their like
Yeah.
this is he used his he used like he is built his whole millions and following is built on the people of him taking advantage of his videos that got him his fame, us. He used his popularity to get women. It's a real mess, this kid, because
Seems like a real scumbag, that one.
yeah, and
I
it,
mean, I feel like that man isn't even safe though in the internet world either.
well, we know who he is because actually he fucking pranked somebody because like he would do fucked up pranks, and of course like I was guilty. We thought it was funny. We were idiots, right? You know what I mean? That's over 10 years
A lot of
ago.
people do shit.
We were ding dongs, but
I'm still a ding dong.
he did a prank that was so bad that these people fucking hunted him down. And in 2012 or 13, I believe, they were able to dox him, which wasn't confirmed until this year or last year when he officially revealed himself.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so
That's why he did it.
yeah, I just wanted to take the moment I just wanted to take the platform to call this piece of shit out because he really did. Like a lot of us, we joke about it, but it's kind of real. Like a lot of us have issues, personal issues that we deal with because dickheads like this. Because like he would give out our phone numbers, like
That's
in
fucked up.
confidentiality. We'd give like phone numbers and shit, and he'd ask for like our phone numbers, like to call him. Of course, we weren't thinking about it, and then he'd literally be like, "I'm gonna call your fucking parents and like make a bomb threat if you don't fucking."
Oh god.
Yeah.
The way I have my phone set up is
Fucking
nobody can call
sociopath.
in and nobody can call out if I have my phone in a certain way. That means like if I don't have your number saved on my phone, your number never gets in.
This was sadly before cell phones. Or well, this is before cell phones became like everyone had it in their pocket. So, like,
Smartphones, yeah.
yeah, we had
Yeah.
the house phone ringing at 2 a.m, and you're just hauling ass in the living room, like just trying to hang up before your parents start screaming at you.
Hey. Now the type of tech I do though is like I do like a lot of hacking and stuff, but I don't ever hack or dox anybody. I just do it for my own protection. That's what just what
No,
I
I
do.
feel that. I feel that.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm in. Remember how I told you guys I'm still playing Apex? I'm in the top 4 right now.
Oh shit, good stuff, man.
Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is the green stream. What are we?
The StreamCast.
The green stream. The green stream team dream.
The stream what?
We're Pablo's potatoes.
There we go.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. God damn it. Thanks for tuning in to StreamCast. It's your boy Trino.
Ruck on the shaft.